Now, what about Bryan Harsin at Auburn? Because at the midway point in the season, I was ready to give this guy SEC Coach of the Year. Auburn was in contention in the SEC West, and then they kind of fall flat on their face their tail end of the season. So I recall you saying, he's a good coach, not an elite coach. He was, at Boise he had more talent than the vast majority of the teams he faced in that league. So how did he grade out his first year at Auburn, and were you surprised at all that they fired Mike Bobo, the offensive coordinator, after just 1 year?
Yeah, I was. That was puzzling. Mike Bobo's offense really wasn't that bad. I didn't think. I mean, I don't know what Auburn fans think about it, but from where I'm sitting, the Auburn offense, the season. I guess looking at it right now, yeah, they were kind of bad. The season ranking was 80th, so yeah, maybe he deserved to be fired. But I mean, that 1 year, that's tough to do. I think I like to give a guy 2 or 3 years before you pull the pin on him so quickly, especially somebody like Mike Bobo who's been around the SEC and knows that conference so well. Bryan Harsin really needs somebody like that on his staff on the offensive side to kind of help him out, because he doesn't really have a lot of guys on that offensive staff that are SEC guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Defensive side, the different story. You have Derek Mason over there, who is one of the premier defensive coordinators in the country, and he didn't have his best year at Auburn either. His defense ranked 36th in the country this year in defensive efficiency, which is not where Auburn fans are used to seeing it. But that's still a solid season for a first-year defensive coordinator. But yeah, Bryan Harsin had a C grade year, his average year for him. Overall, he's just a B grade coach, just barely above average, right? And he kind of showed that. He kind of got in a league where he didn't have that massive talent advantage like he enjoyed at Boise State all those years in the Mountain West, and I think it showed a little bit. He got outcoached in some games, and I think he made some staff changes in the offseason trying to remedy that. But
Mm-hmm.
we'll see how that works out for him. I know he hired an offensive coordinator that I'm not familiar with. I don't think has called a play at the FBS level, so that's not ever super encouraging. But we'll see what happens.